Let's say yeah!
Yeah!
There you go. Welcome to Drink for the Cure. My name is Kellee Mays. I'll be your host this evening. And welcome to the Firehouse Lounge. Let's give a round of applause for the Firehouse for hosting tonight. Make sure you tip your bartenders. So I want to get the show started. We're starting a little bit late. We're just waiting for everybody, all the beautiful people here to show up. And I want to bring up the main organizer for this evening. He started a company called Couch Change, and they build online donation platforms for nonprofits. It's a really incredible company. So please give a round of applause for Jaji.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming out tonight. As Kellee said, we're the lead sponsor and organizer for tonight. Briefly about Couch Change, we were founded last year. We build online donation platforms for nonprofits. We put up technology like that big projection thing, which allows you to interact with this event by either texting or twittering using the hashtag DrinkCure or texting to that number. We can also accept instantaneous text donations. If you just text Hey Cohen, it has the information up there on that mobile. We can also convert things like gift cards, abandoned assets into cash for charities. You'll also see me throughout the night with this brand new iPad, getting you involved in our Twitter campaign to raise another additional $500 for Komen tonight. So hopefully you guys can get involved. But that was a really dorky conversation. What tonight is about partying and drinking and coming out in support of a great person, my best friend acquaintanceship, Kim Reed. If you're not familiar with the term friend acquaintanceship, it's because Kim and I actually don't hang out that much. She's a little bit too cool for me. I've known her for many years. She's a great photographer. I used the picture she took of me 5 years ago at Pod Camp. That's how we mainly know each other, through the local social media community. I used it for like 3 years as my profile picture because I'm really lazy, and it was a great picture. I also didn't want people to know I was getting older. But Kim is a great person. We're all in here supporting her race for the cure. We'll have later a speaker from Komen to talk more about it. But I know Kim's geared up for it. She'll probably just do the marathon tomorrow as a warm-up, and she's carbo loading on cocktails tonight. So without further ado, let me introduce Kim Reed, everybody.
Thanks, Val. So thank you, everybody. I just want to thank you all for coming tonight. I'm kind of overwhelmed by the scale and the scope of what happened because I clearly underestimated my friend acquaintance. So essentially tonight we're here to raise money for breast cancer, which is a cause that's very dear to my heart because both of my grandparents had breast cancer. My mom was a breast cancer survivor. My sister passed away 2 years ago from leukemia, so cancer also. And I also, in January, I had a double mastectomy because I found out that there's hereditary cancer that runs in my family, and that I had inherited that gene mutation, essentially. So news to me that there's such a thing as hereditary cancer, but it runs in my family. And just my personal experiences with cancer thus far had taught me that I didn't want it and wanted to stay as far away from it as possible. So tonight, one of the things that I want to just kind of raise some awareness about is what hereditary cancer is. There's a hereditary breast and ovarian cancer syndrome, which is one of the ones that runs in my family. There's also different colon cancer is another one. But until I learned that it was in my family, I had actually never even heard of it or knew such a thing existed. So you can look it up online on my personal blog. I kind of tell my story and tell more about it and things to look for as far as, if there's cancers in your family. But through that, as John mentioned, I'm a photographer in real life. And one of the things that was hardest for me in coming to terms with and deciding to have my breasts removed was, as a woman, how intricately my breasts were tied in with my femininity and my sexuality. And that was hard for me to imagine, well, if they're removed, what does that mean for me as a woman? So I'm in the process of starting a project called Beauty in the Breast, which is basically going to be a photography portrait series of women that have had mastectomies, but done in a more provocative and alluring way than a traditional portrait. So on the information table back there, there's some little cards available with the website URL. I'm currently recruiting women that might be interested in that project. So there's information back there if you guys know of anybody that might be interested in participating. And I would also like to introduce David, who's here from the Komen Foundation, that's going to speak about Race for the Cure, which happens next Sunday, and is to raise money for breast cancer. So here's David. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks, Kim. I actually thought that I was doing this later. Thank you. I'm going to actually come up here again because I've got a little game on my
I don't know, maybe.
But anyways, I just met Kim tonight, but I'm getting reverb. I just met Kim tonight, but I can tell you that her story is very near and dear to my heart. My mother's a 5-time breast cancer survivor. My sister was tested for the same genetic or hereditary.
Which one?
What would you call it, Kim? What is it?
Oh,
It's a
okay.
gene mutation.
Yeah, it's a gene mutation. And fortunately, my sister did not have it. But she's very active with a group called Bright Pink in Atlanta that she started down there that supports people like Kim for the same reason that we're all here tonight. Susan G. Komen, Race for the Cure, is very near and dear to my heart. I've known cancer probably since I was 5 years old. And I can't say enough about having so many people rally around one single person. This is what exactly needs to happen because every single one of us has a mother. And someday, you guys are going to be mothers to other people if you're not already, for some of you. So please, everybody have a wonderful time tonight. Please support Kim. Please support this cause. Please come to the race next Sunday, 7:30, 8 a.m. Kim will be there really early. I'll be there at 7 probably. And I hope to see every single one of you there. There are race forms in the back to sign up. If you cannot be there, you have no excuse anymore because last year we started something called Sleep In for the Cure, which means that you get to sign up, you get to be a registrant, you get to pay your money, but you don't have to even get out of bed. You get a special t-shirt and everything. Okay, so that means there's a lot of people in this room that are like, I'm not getting up. That's too early, especially next week. It's going to be cold. It's supposed to be like 37 degrees in the morning, I saw. So even that, no excuses. Sleep In for the Cure. Pay me $35, okay? So without any ado, I'm giving it back to you. What? Oh, you need to draw a big red circle or something, a bullseye, and I can't walk out. So anyways, I'm coming back up later though on Saturday.
Thank you. Give it up for the Komen Foundation. And what was your first name again? David. Give it up for David. He must know that he's in Pittsburgh because he's got sleeping and we got drinking for the cure. That is definitely something I think Pittsburghers are excited about. Thank you so much. That was really amazing. And I hope that you all, if you've obviously donated to get in here, but please, as Josh said, you can continue to donate. Make sure that you tell people about this. Obviously, we'll be continuing to take donations throughout the evening, as well as an auction for the fashion show a little bit later. So we want to bring up our first performers. They met in the Inner Vagabond and became very good friends. The music that they're going to dance to is from Electronic Saviors, which is industrial music to cure cancer. This 83-track compilation was put together over a year and a half ago by local musician, promoter, and DJ Jim Semenek. If I messed up that name, you can, that was right? Beginning with his diagnosis of stage 2B colorectal cancer in May of 2008. So all proceeds from the sale of this particular music you're about to hear get donated to the Cancer Recovery Foundation of America. So it's pretty cool. They're really involving something even beyond just music. So these lovely ladies,
We have copies of it for sale here.
they have them for sale here, so you can actually buy them, and your donations will just keep increasing and increasing.
$30 for 5 discs.
$30 for 5 discs. So without further ado, this is a beautiful belly dance duo Vera and Shiny.